Are live-action anime adaptations bad for the original anime? Or is it a powerful tool to introduce newer forms of content to its audience? Whenever it's the former or the latter, these are the questions I'll be asking in today's episode. The impact of live-action anime adaptation. While live-action anime adaptations have been around for many years, it's still in the newer side of things compared to other genres. Regardless, live action and anime's relationship hasn't exactly started off so great.
I must have faith in who I am.
White people be like,
While you can argue that with a small sample size of bad content, we can't exactly predict that this genre will be a no-show. Compared to an anime adaptations pulled from an author's own original work called mangas. It took years for them to perfect with what they got, and looking at it now, the future is really bright. So should we give live-action anime adaptation the same treatment?
I'm gonna say it no. No.
No. I don't know, but I'm gonna say no, right? Yeah. No. Yeah. I'm gonna have to say no. No. Jack, what do you think of live-action adaptations? Fuck Jack.
Everyone hates on live-action anime adaptation like it's some sort of grudge or something. Every time someone says live-action anime adaptation, everyone just rolls their eyes. It's like everyone unanimously agreed that this new genre doesn't need to exist. Yes. Even though it's something to be preserved because it's such a new and unique idea. Okay, unique maybe not, I don't know, but look at these. Well, you can say why wait if we can start now, but the problem of these shows are not the same as what we had when anime adaptations was still in its early phases. Truth be told, anime and live actions are entirely different. One can't exactly say that live action has the same problems as anime since they don't. In fact, they contrast each other in many ways. His strengths is the other's weaknesses and vice versa. Anime adaptations are just a one-to-one copy of the mangas. Yes, you can still keep its art, animation, and unedited dialogue the same as the original mangas, while live action on the other hand is a completely different kind of worms. While anime can adapt everything, live action has its limitations and its realism. And that's one of the main reasons anime can't be adapted to live action. So I'm fully against live action anime adaptations, but when I saw One Piece, it completely changed my mind again. Reopened the argument of, is live action animation possible for anime? Maybe we were just blinded by the fact that we had so many shitters that we forgotten that this genre is still so brand new and it can easily improve in the following future. So what's the verdict here, people? Are live action anime adaptations good or bad? Are they harmful to the original animes? But honestly, the simple problem that's facing live action anime adaptations are... Once again, let's look inside the box this time. Live action. What does it mean? Actions in film involving real people or animals as contrast with animation or computer-generated effects. So using the meaning of live action, we can kind of get the understanding of what these live action shows go through each time they're adapting anime adaptations. A show can have thousands or even millions in their budget, but yet CGI always has its limits, especially when adapting big wacky shows like One Piece, Attack on Titan, and Full Metal Alchemist. The problem these shows are facing is that they're putting unrealistic shows to become realistic. Sure, you can argue stuff like Star Wars or any Marvel movies that they too are unrealistic. But they counter this by being their own stories. They choose which direction they can take. Yes, you can say they have the comics to base off on, but they don't copy that source one to one. Shows like One Piece and Avatar, they will always come across the problem of comparison, comparing both the CGI to its animation counterpart. These big budget brands fail to understand that some of these animes are popular because of their animation. Nowadays, budgets aren't the problem anymore. This shows how funding from brands who have billions of dollars to throw around. The risk they're having is comparison and also realism. Because of course, real life has its rules. To break those rules will be
And big reward! We have to find the butterfly man! Boo! Danger!
These live-action shows have to tone things down, and in result, lose its identity. Cutting down losses, removing entire plot lines in their story for pacing, thus leading to a rushed-down story of a story that we love. There's something about taking anime to live action that just takes that magic away.
A normal anime has 24 episodes each, but a live action anime adaptation cannot handle that because they got 8 episodes of the pacing is all.
Oh, do you guys want to know my favorite anime? It's Domestic Girlfriend.
Fucking.
And you know what happens in the first episode? They
Bro, are you just gonna stay on me?
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot my script.
Anime is greatly exaggerated. This is why actors can't act like anime characters, because anime characters are unrealistic. I'm not saying don't cross genres. There's been countless of examples of stories that cross genres that ended up being their standalone masterpieces. But the problem is they're taking animation, stuff that only works in cartoons, to real life. Like I said, they both have their strengths and their weaknesses, but they always feel like they need to be their animation counterparts. It works for animation because it's fluidity and style, while in live action, it will always come across as goofy or cringe. Live action adaptations need to be realistic because they are. Things need to be grounded and feel authentic. But obviously, with the craziness of anime, live action has a hard time of adapting them. It's not impossible again, but these are the problems that live action go through every single day. On the other hand, I personally think those problems are nothing compared to creative differences.
Is Hollywood evil? I don't even know anymore. But the evilest part of all these is seeing them own something that they don't own and start abusing it like they own it or something.
They do, that's the thing. Look at LeBron.
Just like anime is an advertisement for mangas, live action is a form of both. Well, yes, it is about the money as well, but there's a sort of greed to it when adaptations try to change something that isn't supposed to be changed to reach a wider audience. Obviously, adapting the source material one-to-one isn't a good idea, since it'd be like, what's the point? You can just watch the original piece anyway, so giving the story a change of pace is a good idea. But on the other hand, changing the story so much to the point of no return can sometimes lead to shows missing the entire point of their stories. It can lead to shows not being able to fully adapt their storylines. It can lead to shows giving out unnecessary changes that didn't need to be added. The same goes with limited time. Obviously, live action shows can't go on for 24 episodes. They have limited budgets. Usually go with a 1 hour every episode type of deal with an 8 episode limit. Writers are forced to cram every bits and pieces of a story to those limited episodes. You can combine them all in one, but we run into the same problem again and again. The pacing is just so raw. In result, you get a mess of a story of nothing. You get a nothing burger out of it. And the worst part is, you don't even get to flesh out your characters. You didn't let them grow. You didn't let them properly interact. They lack the overall spirit that made them who they are. I'm not saying don't change anything or change everything. What I'm saying is, why can't we find a balance of changing the story just enough to fit a creator's view while also keeping the original flow of their story?
They've never got me, and it's getting worse. They're like, it's almost like, go away.
Well, maybe it's because they think they're better than the original creators. That's what led to so many creators stepping down in the development of their own work, their own live action adaptations due to creative differences. Which is incredibly dumb to the parts of the production team, because what you're doing is adapting their work, their view, their story, and the best guy that can help you right now is the creator. It's that guy. And what did you do? You brush him away? Why? These kinds of thinking is the reason why adaptations fail in general. the person who created the show, the one who understands the story and its messages the most, you don't let him lead the direction of his show, you end up getting a show extremely different from what it's adapting. They're starting to make shit up, lose the entire point of the show. For what? And that leads me to my final question. Are live action anime adaptations good or bad for the original anime? Because really, I haven't heard a single good thing about why live action adaptations should be here to stay. Seemingly, the only good conversation about live action adaptations we can have is Netflix live action One Piece. What does live action anime adaptations given us that beats the point of these animation counterparts? Are live action adaptations really pointless? Well, live action adaptations are made, I want to say, for two good reasons. One is obviously exposure. It's a captivating experience for new and old viewers alike to see a story filmed in its live action form. And yes, I think there's very much an appeal to that because, I mean, look at the money they're making right now. I'm pretty sure there's an audience for these kinds of content. But are they satisfied audience?
And we'll start with the youngest. What do you think?
It sucked.
It sucked. It's terrible.
It's horrible.
Probably not. Evidently, it's about the money. But personally, I think a good point on why live action anime adaptations should be here to stay is anime limitations. If live action has limitations, animation should have as well. Showing its characters really act and look human, showing the human emotion all around. While anime can copy it all they want to its perfection, there is nothing really topping the feeling of human emotion in real human faces. I don't think they can fix this crucial issue because live action adaptations will always be beloved because of this topic. Even so, anime will always be
Believe it! Believe it! Believe it!
So my advice for live action adaptations will be to stop adapting shows that can't be adapted into live action. Instead, adapt shows that shows realism, that is much closer to real life than anime, while being anime as well. Showing humanity in these shows will give live action anime adaptation a new light. But really, what do you guys think? This video took me a really long time to make while also being my first rant video in this main channel. Well, I wrote this script actually at school, so if I fail, it's your fault. Still subscribe, greatly appreciate it. So, love you guys, and check out my second channel where I wonder if I'm furry or not. Am I? I don't know. Check it out. Check it out, guys.